Hello, my name is Jalise. Welcome on to my Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 review. And I gotta say, everybody, after Fear the Walking Dead Season 3, I thought Fear the Walking Dead Season 3 was the best season of Fear the Walking Dead. I was looking forward to the future season. And Season 4 takes everything what was great about Fear the Walking Dead and turned it to, not shit, but made it worse than it was needed. Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 is basically a reboot of the entire show. This should be considered a new spin-off. They introduced 6 new characters, so the only characters we get from our original group are in constantly flashbacks and just a little bit in the present-day timeline. Certain characters are killed off in certain ways, which they had to do because some of the actors didn't want to be there no more. And I gotta say this entire season just was a big letdown to me, the first half. The first half was introducing these new characters, changing the tone, changing the theme. Literally, they changed nearly everything about it. They changed certain character moments. It's a 2-year time jump, I believe. I believe it's a 2-year time jump since the end of Season 3. So, a big 2-year time jump, characters' personalities have completely changed. It's like we went from Rick Season 1 to Rick Season 5 without seeing the progression and how he slowly turned into it. It makes it a lot more interesting, a lot more story. And it's just like for instance, Madison created like a community in a baseball stadium. She's there for community and all that stuff. But the thing is, though, she puts the community ahead of her own family sometimes. And that's something that Madison never did. So it's great character change. Nick character changes from a guy who didn't want to be inside anymore. He just wanted to go outside and all that stuff. Turned into a guy who was like so shooken up he doesn't want to go back out there anymore. So to have that total character change is one thing, but having these kinds of flash forwards, flashbacks, present day time flashbacks of new characters and old characters just really just bums the show out. It's just everything's all over the place. All these new things that they don't know what to do. Ultimately, it connects pretty well, but the way they handled it was, to me, very poorly done. I did not enjoy the first half of the season. I enjoyed the second half of this season. I gotta say, the standout again was Alicia. I think she was the best episode was basically her episode. Sorry for spoiling that for my future video, but in this season we had Morgan with this new group of people, this one girl who takes the camera, then we got this one gunslinger. This basically becomes a western, and this community, they just like, Alicia and her group, and then Morgan and his group, they collide, and ultimately it's all about forgiveness and just working together in the first half. The second half is all about them coming back together again, because they got separated. Well, they're not trying to kill each other at the end of the first half. Second half, they're trying to just kind of they're lost characters. They don't know how to feel about themselves, and ultimately they change for the better in some cases. And there's this new mysterious figure, and we're introduced to some new better characters. And there's just there's just this interesting woman who basically how she cracked down, how she went all crazy like, and how you can't be weak. I'm gonna make you strong. I really enjoyed her character. I really enjoyed a lot of these characters in the second half, and I really think they did some progression. But to me, I'm still not looking forward to Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, to be honest with you, but I have some hope. As long as they don't... To me, the star of the show right now is Alicia. You don't need to make Morgan. That's the thing. If there was a time that was needed for Fear the Walking Dead to have like a crossover, or for certain characters from The Walking Dead to transfer over to Fear the Walking Dead, it would have to be in the Season 2 arc. Season 3, because when you hit Season 3, all the characters are at their highest point, then you brought them back down when it wasn't needed. So to me, Fear the Walking Dead was a big step back for Fear the Walking Dead series. I definitely prefer this over Season 7 and Season 8 of The Walking Dead, but that's not saying much. And the Fear the Walking Dead Season 1, of course. But this season was, to me, a mixed bag. I give it a solid B. It's a good season. I would go back to it because there are some standout episodes and some really great moments. But Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 is just a B season. It's nowhere near the A as a season of what Dre was, or like even the B plus season of Season 2. But let me know what y'all think of one. My name is Jalise, and I'm everybody. Bye.